close enough that it's not a significant journey, but far enough away that you may be out of the media spotlight.
It's day one of my week in the UK to report on the coming Olympics, and I'm boarding a train out of London and heading 2 hours north to Leeds. Before leaving Beijing, I'd noticed a lot of discussion on the Chinese microblogs about the site of the Chinese Olympic training camp. Netizens were sceptical about its selection and were questioning why the team would want to base itself so far from London. I made my way through the Victorian streets to the university, where in a Harry Potter-like lecture hall, Paralympian swimmer Claire Cashmore was delivering a lecture to sports students excited by the coming games. As the lecture ended, I questioned Claire why she thought the Chinese team might want to base themselves at the university.
Firstly, I think it's great for the city that we've got such a huge team as China coming over here into Leeds. That's absolutely fantastic. Like, China is one of the most successful teams, so to have them here it's very lucky for us. To bring them to Leeds University is fantastic. The facilities here are great, especially in the pool. They've just had a brand new pool built at the edge in the university, and they've got the top quality stuff, like the starting blocks and the pads and the timing scheme. So everything is really great for them. Leeds is a very vibrant city. There's always so many things going on. The music scene's great. You know, there's a lot of things for them to go and see and a lot of things for them to do. Obviously, they probably won't have that much spare time, but you know, if they do have a day off, there's a lot of things to keep them entertained. So yeah, great sporting facilities, so it's a perfect place.
Leaving the lecture hall with Matthew Davidson, Olympic Programme Officer at the university, we took a short tour of the canteen and accommodation before ending up at the sports hall, where we sat down to get to the bottom of some of the questions being raised back in China. I started by asking how Leeds persuaded the Chinese team to come.
I think we invited some senior officials over to have a look at the city as a prospective base. They came and looked at numerous other locations across Europe, actually. But over time, discussions with what we could provide, the quality of accommodation here, the access to facilities, maybe the distance from London, sort of things that all factored into Leeds being sort of a preferable location, really.
Contrary to speculation, only 9 of the 26 Olympic Chinese teams will be based in Leeds. Fencing, modern pentathlon, athletics, swimming, women's handball and women's hockey, table tennis, boxing and taekwondo, with a total of 250 athletes, coaches and support staff, but they'll not be based there during the actual event.
It is widely acknowledged that when you cross a time zone, you probably need about a day in your new location to sort of acclimatise. So looking at a 7 or 8 hour flight from China, you're probably looking at an expected 7 or 8 days at least of training for the athlete to get back to their sort of optimum level of performance. So we will be that base. So the athletes and officials will probably fly into London, come up here for a period of around 7 to 10 days, but it will vary on sport. Then they will transfer down to the Olympic Village down in London to complete probably their last 2 or 3 days before they actually compete.
As in the rest of the UK, Leeds is getting very excited about the Olympics, and the announcement of the Chinese team's training camp has given many young athletes an opportunity to see potential Olympic competitors in the flesh.
I think that the city and the university should take pride in the fact that I guess the most successful country at the last Olympic Games has wanted to base a large chunk of their athletes here, as I say, at the university and in the city. We will most definitely have a sort of a legacy benefit of maybe some improved sporting facilities or equipment that are in the city. Hopefully encouraging the next generation of our own athletes to come through. I think there's great excitement already amongst sort of local schools about the possibility of coming in and maybe seeing some of the training. You know, we're looking at a number of world leaders in a number of events. Obviously, table tennis is going to happen here at the university. I think at last count, something like 4 or 5 of the world's top 10 in both men and women's table tennis are from China. They will be strong gold medal favourites. The fact that they will be here, as I say, using the facilities, should be something that we're all proud of. You know, I'd hope everybody from Leeds picks China as their second country to support at the Olympic Games, just, you know, from the fact that they were here and hopefully sort of came into contact with many of our locals.
This is DJ Clark in Leeds, UK for China Daily.